Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again. And a few days ago, I got another question from a YouTube viewer looking for a video on my channel about a specific topic. And here's the question. Hi, Andrea. Do you have a video about flowing conversations and the law of attraction? And the answer to that question is so far, no. But I do actually have a couple really great suggestions that I'd like to share. So if you've been having the experience of having awkward pauses or awkward conversations, today I want to share with you a couple really simple things that you can do to make the conversation flow easier. All right, now it's really nice to have a nice flowing conversation with people when you're talking to them. And by contrast, when things are awkward or the conversation isn't moving or there's lots of dead air, lots of pauses, that can be rather uncomfortable. And so today I want to talk about how you can use the law of attraction to enhance the conversations that you're having with people so that no matter whom you're talking to, you can have a nice flowing conversation. So here's something to understand about nice flowing conversations. We have to get into the essence of what that is. And the essence of a nice flowing conversation is that you have people that have mutual interest and mutual excitement. You have two people that are interested and excited. And so being interested and being excited and sharing an experience are all things that we want to tap into in order to have a nice flowing conversation. Now, here's how we often go wrong. A lot of times when we meet somebody new or we're talking to somebody that we don't really know, we don't go into it from the vibe of it being a shared, interesting, and excited experience. Rather, we go into it a little bit guarded. Perhaps we're wondering what the other person's going to think about us, or we're stressed out about what we're gonna say. Whatever we're coming towards it with, however, is what we get out of the conversation. And so if we walk into the conversation guarded, worried about whether that person likes us, worried about what we're gonna say, then that creates that kind of a conversation that's awkward and choppy and leaves you feeling like, that really wasn't a good one. So instead of doing that, there's something very simple that you can do that can get your mind in the right position so that you're vibrating in the right sense in order to have a nice flowing conversation. And so when you walk up to talk to somebody, here are a couple things that you can focus on. When you walk into a conversation, the first thing I'd like you to focus on is an idea that every single person has a lot of interesting stories in their background. Every single person that you meet has done some interesting things. They know some things that you don't know about. They've experienced some things that you haven't experienced before. They've had a lot of excitement in their life that you're unaware of. But every single person that you meet is a wealth of interesting and exciting information. And so when you go up to walk up and talk to somebody, that's something that you might want to focus on is, okay, I remember that every single person has lots of exciting and interesting stories in their database. While I'm talking to this person, I want to figure out some interesting and exciting things about this person. So that when I walk into the conversation, I'm focused squarely on this person and where's the excitement? Where's the interest? Because I know that that's something I have to tap into in order to have a nice flowing conversation. So walking into it, just looking for things that are interesting and exciting about a person is a great way to tune into that idea of interest and excitement in the conversation, which will naturally help the conversation to flow. Now, you don't have to go searching for big things. You could simply be looking at the person and notice that they have something interesting that they're wearing. Maybe their hair is styled in an interesting way. Maybe there's something exciting that you heard them mention, but be priming yourself for hearing what and seeing what those things are so you automatically become more interested and excited to talk to them. The second thing that you can do to enhance conversation and flowing conversation is to focus on what you have in common with the other person. Again, a lot of times when we walk into conversations, we are worried and doubtful that the other person's going to like us. And so what we are subconsciously doing is we're actually focusing on all the things that make us different. She's smarter than me. He makes more money than I do. She's got a better job than I do. He doesn't understand me. These are all ways that we focus on separation when we walk into a conversation. And if we're focused on separation, we're not focused on having a shared conversation. Rather, we're focused on being two separate and distinct individuals who have a hard time communicating. So another thing that you can focus on is, what do I have in common with this person? Are we both men? Are we both women? Do we both work for the same company? Do we both have children? Do we both like football? Start to notice and focus on what you have in common with the other person. Now, doing these two things in tandem, looking for things that are interesting and exciting about the person, and also looking for things that you have in common with that person, help bond you to the person in the conversation because you're focusing on what unifies you. And it also helps spark interest and excitement into your conversation because you're naturally looking for things to be interested and excited about. And if you have those three things together, a commonality, interest, and excitement, the conversation is naturally going to flow with ease.